What's up, YouTube? Combat here, and I'm back giving you guys a gameplay commentary from the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta, and holy moly, this is fun. This reminds me of the same feeling I had when I stepped into Star Wars Battlefront a couple years ago when the beta was out for that game, and how much fun I was having playing that game. And the immersion is there, and I feel like it's Star Wars again. I feel like this game is really good so far. But is it going to suffer from the same problems that the first game suffered from? Is it going to suffer from lack of content? Is it going to suffer from bad servers at launch? What is it going to suffer from? And that's my only concern here, because I had a ton of fun in the beta in Star Wars Battlefront, but there was so much missing at launch. There was just no staying power when it came to that game. Sure, I had fun here and there playing that game, for a couple hours here, a couple hours there, once or twice every 2-3 months. I'd hop on it just to have a game or two. But is this my go-to game this fall? Is this going to beat out Call of Duty for me? Is this going to replace me playing PUBG? I don't know, but I'm hoping that there's enough here. There's enough content here that makes me want to come back, makes me want to keep playing. Because like I said at the start of this video, the immersion is there. Like, I feel like I'm immersed in the Star Wars universe, a universe that I absolutely adore. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I love I don't love all the movies. I love a good portion of the movies, but I love the universe itself. And that to me makes me want to love this game, because I want to be part of this universe. I want to be part of this franchise, because I didn't play the first two Battlefronts when they were out way back in the early 2000s. I didn't have the consoles that supported those games, so I never got to play them. And now that I have consoles that can play these games, I have a computer that can play this game, it makes me want to play even more. And the fact that they listen to fans, it seems like, and putting all the eras in instead of just being like, nope, we're going to stick to original trilogy and that's it. I love the fact that they decided that they're going to do multiple periods. They're going to take things from the prequels, the sequels, and the original trilogy, and it's going to be great, and I'm very excited for that. I like the fact that we're going to see kind of a clashing of different eras in this game, and that to me is going to hopefully keep things fresh. I think the ability of going through different timelines is going to gratefully help this game, and greatly help the different types of level design they can do, because you can do the beautiful cities of Naboo, you can do some areas on Coruscant, you can go and do a Hoth level, you can do a Tatooine level, then you can go and you can do Starkiller base level and whatnot. I was just trying to think of everything from the new Star Wars movie. I haven't seen Force Awakens in a while, but I think it's due for me to watch it again. You could go to Scarif, and you could go there, and I think that it just has more possibilities for the game, and I think that's a good thing. I'm really excited for the way this game's going to go. But as for the multiplayer beta, how does it feel? How does the game, other than how it looks, because I could go over that for days, how does the game feel? Does it feel better than what the original Battlefront did? Does it play differently? Do the new abilities change anything? And honestly, most of the changes they made, I haven't been able to notice a ton, but from just kind of the way your player plays the different abilities, there's nothing too complex here. It's nothing that's gonna change the way that you want to customize your character. Nothing like that. Nothing major that's really different than any other Star Wars game, or really any other multiplayer game out there. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's just essentially putting its own twist on the current wheel. There's nothing different than what you saw already from Battlefront the first time. But where this game does take a step above is with your hero points, or the credits you get throughout the game, which essentially allows you to unlock unique bonuses depending on what faction you're a part of, whether you're a part of this Alliance or the Resistance or whatever it might be, right? Depending what you're a part of, you get to use certain types of specials, and one of the coolest ones obviously is you get to be Darth Maul. You can be Rey, you can be Han Solo, you can be Boba Fett, or you can just bring in more powerful droids. You can bring in more powerful clone troopers, and I really like this idea. I like this take on this from Star Wars, because it gives you rewards if you're playing a good game, right? Then you get these specials a little bit more often, and I enjoy that. And The other thing too is it does depend on the type of game mode you're playing. Like I'm playing Galactic Assault right now, which is a lot of fun and kind of takes some things from what made Overwatch so successful. But I think it's a fun game mode. Obviously, it's a little different than other game modes out there. I wasn't exactly sure. This is my first game that I played on Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I was just kind of having fun and testing the game out. Didn't know exactly what I was doing, but at the end of the day, to me, it was still a fun and enjoyable experience, and I think that that's what this game needs to be. I don't think it needs to be a competitive game because Battlefield 1 can control that. This just needs to be a fun, immersive, enjoyable game and have people coming back to it for the immersion and for the fun aspect. If this game can kind of control that fun area and be an alternative to Overwatch, I think you're going to get a lot of people coming back to this game over and over again. Because let's be honest, it's the Star Wars universe. People love the Star Wars universe. They want to be a part of it because everyone, or not everyone, but a lot of people love Star Wars, and this game's going to sell based on that name alone. And I just want it to be successful because I'm sick and tired of games not being successful. So as much as I'm enjoying this beta, I am still skeptical. I'm still hopefully optimistic that the launch is going to go well and it's going to be the game that we really want. And it's going to be jam-packed with features and jam-packed with content so that we have stuff to keep us going until 2018. And hopefully it's going to tide us over until the Han Solo movie. But that's all remains to be seen because once again, this is just a beta. But kudos to EA, kudos to DICE for making it an open beta for a weekend because it gives people an opportunity to play the game. I've made videos about this before, saying that open betas are important to games because it gets people into the games and it maybe can turn a few heads and say, you know what, you weren't going to buy this game, but this is what we have to offer, so you'll buy it. You're not hurting anything because the people that were going to buy it are going to buy it anyways. Most people who pre-order are going to buy it anyways. You're not going to get a bunch of canceled pre-orders because people are like, now I don't want the game because the beta sucked. In a lot of cases, you might bring more people from an open beta to buy your game in the future. But but it's one of those things that you really have to gauge your community to find out, and I think this was a great opportunity for EA to release an open beta so they could have their fans come back and say, you know guys, we listened to you, we've changed some things, we've made some things better, and we really hope you enjoy what we've done. Because I think that's what this series needed. I think that's what we needed to do. Was Battlefront 1 was not nearly what it needed to be. It was not nearly enough content, not nearly enough for what you were getting, especially price-wise. So it was disappointing. It was a disappointing game. And this is a real chance and a real opportunity for EA and DICE to step their game up and to prove to fans and other people out there, haters especially, that this series can be a successful one and that this series can dominate the first-person shooter genre, at least from a casual aspect. Because I don't think there's going to be much competitiveness from this game, but it's going to be that fun, casual game that you can hop on, play games with your friends, meet people, and just relax and enjoy yourself. Get some people to come over, you guys can switch who's playing, and I think it could really bring some fun back into first-person shooters, something that I do think that some of the more serious first-person shooters lack, and that's the disappointing part. But once again, it's just a beta, and we're going to see more once the actual full game comes out. So I am curious, guys, what do you guys currently think of the Star Wars Battlefront 2 beta? What do you guys think about this game overall? Are you excited for this game to come out? Do you think you're going to be picking it up when it comes out in middle of November? I don't know, guys. Let me know with a comment down below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And until next time, guys, Combat signing off. Peace.